this time it is actually working. So, all right, guys, what is up? It is random, and we are doing a 1 hour, about an hour or so of horror stories. This is by Whisper Diaries, and we are gonna sit here and we are gonna check out this live. This is live too, so I felt I was maybe gonna do a recording of this. I was maybe gonna record it and upload it, but I thought, why not do it live, especially at night? I like watching these at night, so we are gonna do it right now. We're gonna do this right now, guys, at night. So yeah. Oh shit! Gotta pull it up again. All right, there we go. So, all right, guys, we are gonna check out 1 hour of Alone at Night Horror Stories Volume 2 compilation. You guys make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Anyways, let's check this out. And guys, get your snacks, get your popcorn, sit back, relax, and we're gonna check this out. Some horror stories.
It was early December. I was at home this night, spending my day off inside by the fireplace. It was way too cold and snowy out for my liking. I did a bunch of things around the house that needed to get done, but otherwise, it was a relaxing day. I had the news running in the background, listening to how high winds and possible blizzards were to be expected starting tonight.
Alright, okay.
5:05. I was already starting to notice it getting worse outside. I sat on the couch and turned on a different channel. Around 7 though, I could hear wind slamming against the house, and it really did sound like there was a blizzard.
Oh.
I got up and went to the window facing the backyard to see how it looked outside. At first, all I saw was snow rushing to the ground, with almost no visibility. But then I saw something else.
Snowed in? Maybe
a figure walking through my backyard. My backyard was pretty big and didn't have a fence,
Someone's walking
so
around.
it wouldn't have been that unexpected if it weren't for the blizzard going on outside. Whoever was out there was just walking at a regular pace, going toward the end of my yard, before the snow and darkness took over any sight I had of them. I stayed by the window for a minute, trying to catch one more look and figure out what they were doing, but I didn't see anything.
Oh no.
I was honestly scared for them, but also couldn't see why they'd be out there at all. The end of my yard that they were walking to led to a road, but it wouldn't get them anywhere for miles, which was not doable on foot. I went back to the TV, but I still couldn't help thinking about it. And only 5 minutes later, there was a knock at the door. I went over and cracked it open. It was a man in a heavy winter jacket. His nose was bright red, and his face was pale white, like he'd been out in the cold for a while.
Oh shoot!
I couldn't know if this was the same person I'd seen in my backyard, but my immediate guess was that it was. "How can I help you?"
And if you can trust him,
I asked.
you don't know.
The man let out a humble smile and spoke through shaking teeth that he was waiting for a ride to pick him up, and asked if he could stay in my house for a few minutes to shelter from the cold, just until the ride got here.
No.
I took a moment to respond, because I actually considered it, given the state of the weather.
Don't.
It's easy to say that under no circumstance would you let a random man inside your house,
Right.
but when they're practically freezing to death on your doorstep and asking for your help, the answer on what to do isn't as black and white.
Mm-hmm.
I told him he could wait on my porch, which had an overhang that blocked the
Yeah,
snow,
let
and
him. I
offered to
mean,
give him an old jacket of mine if he
I don't
needed
be
it.
mean. You know what I mean? You don't want to be mean,
The
but
man didn't look too happy,
you know,
but
like,
just
not being
nodded
trusted,
and
but
went off to the side and sat on the chair I had out there.
you might do
I
something.
closed and locked the door, then went upstairs to grab my old jacket. It was way too big for me and was in horrible condition, but obviously that shouldn't matter in this kind of scenario.
Yeah, it doesn't matter as long as it.
I picked it up and walked
It's a job
downstairs,
done.
about to unlock the door and open it, but something stopped me just a moment before. I don't know what it was, but it made me hesitate. I leaned over and looked through the peephole.
Oh shoot.
The man was now standing right up against the door with his hand on the handle, like he was preparing to push it open as soon as I unlocked it. I felt my heart rate increasing as I took a couple steps back and quietly pulled my phone out to dial 911. As I whispered into the phone, I just stared at the door with wide eyes, knowing what was waiting for me on the other side. Once the police said they were on their way, I slowly crept over and looked out again. The man wasn't there, not on my porch or anywhere in my front yard.
Oh yeah, the
He was
front
just
yard.
gone.
Yeah,
Like-
you say the front yard. You say the backyard though. You didn't say the maybe he went through the backyard. You know.
He knew
I
that
checked
I had
that
called
too.
the police. Nothing else was
That
found
maybe
that
was good,
night,
man.
and no signs of him ever showed up again. What he would have done if I had opened the door, I can't be sure of, but hopefully he never comes back.
Yeah, hopefully.
This happened last January. I had taken a week off of work following New Year's, mostly in hopes that everyone else would be back at work by then, and I could enjoy the week without it being busy everywhere.
Right.
My plans consisted of shopping around and really just chilling at my apartment by myself. On this day, I was out driving around in the snow and going to a few stores, then made my way back to the apartment by 7 p.m.
Okay.
I went inside and cooled off, then took a seat on the couch with some snacks I had just got. I was watching TV and even dozing off a little bit from the long day out of the house. But then at some time around 8:30, the PA system in my apartment buzzed, meaning that someone was outside and wanting me to let them in the building.
Oh.
I had no plans of anyone coming over, so I had no idea who it was.
Oh.
They buzzed my room again, so I got up and went to the window that faced the front of the building. I tried to not lift the blinds too much, only enough for me to see who it was. At the door to the apartment building was a large man. It was still snowy out and kind of dark, but I could tell he was
Large
older,
man?
like mid-40s, but I had never seen him before. There were only
Ooh.
3 other people living in the complex at the time, so I was at least familiar with who lived here, and he was not one of them.
Oh shoot.
I also figured that if he did live here, or was visiting one of the other people, then they would let him in.
Right.
I walked over
Probably
to
some
the
random
PA
guy.
system and muted
Just, like,
it,
random-
then got back to the
probably some random
couch
guy.
and continued watching TV. I really didn't put any more thought into it, and even dozed off several times in the next hour. Eventually, I shut off the TV and went to bed. By then, it had to be around 10. I fell asleep just about as soon as I laid down. A few hours into the night, my eyes shot open to a thud from just outside my room. It was extremely loud, but
Oh.
having just woken up to it, I didn't know what it was or exactly where it came from. My heart was racing as I stared across the room at my door, listening for anything else.
Oh shoot.
It was very quiet now, almost like nothing even happened. I got out of bed
What side
and
is
slowly
wrong?
moved toward the door, then leaned my ear against it to listen to the other side. It was still quiet, nothing more than the walls creaking from the building. I turned the handle and looked out into the living room, not seeing anything out of the ordinary.
What's up, man?
The whole place was really dark though, and for some reason, I still felt like I needed to be quiet and not make myself known. So I left the lights off as I moved through the living room and looked down the front hallway.
Oh no.
The door to my apartment was fully open. I froze
Oh,
up, staring
how did
at
he
the
get in?
open doorway
How
and
did he
feeling
get in?
fear run through my whole body. It almost didn't seem real. I took a few steps back,
Come on.
staying quiet, and made my way back toward my room. And now on the other side of the door, I could see a huge dent in the wood right by the knob. Once I saw that, I ran in and locked it behind me, then called 911 while hiding in the closet. I was
He
sure
busted
that
his way
whoever
in.
it
Oh my
was
God.
had to be somewhere
Busted his
inside my
way in.
apartment still, and it would only be a matter of time before they get into my room.
Right.
But as I waited for the police, the apartment stayed silent.
Oh no, he's trying
Whoever
to be
had
quiet. The guy's
broken
probably trying
into
to be
my
quiet and then
apartment
jump
was
you or
gone.
attack you or something.
Even the police couldn't find anything to help in finding them.
Oh no.
What they think happened is the intruder tried buzzing all the other rooms as well, until
Where'd he
one
go
of them
then?
was nice
Wait,
enough to let them
where the heck
in.
did the guy go?
Once he was in the main stairwell, it's not really clear why he chose to go for my room.
See, they disappeared?
Maybe they thought it was empty.
He said he
What's really
went
strange
to the
is the
apartment.
dent on my bedroom door, which was likely the source of the thud that
Right.
I'd woken up to. But it was just one single hit, not looking like a real attempt at breaking the door down, but more like something out of frustration before he left.
Huh.
I still live in the same apartment, and nothing else has happened. Who it was and what they wanted is unknown.
Yeah, I like News Top 5, yeah. I like basically all the different horror channels, honestly. Like Chills, Mr. Nightmare, all the other like different channels.
I was visiting my family for the holidays last year. They live 15 hours away, and I usually try to tough it out in one long drive, but this year snow had come early and made driving a lot slower, so I was prepared to stop at a hotel somewhere along the way. I didn't book anything in advance, since I didn't know how far I'd get before wanting to stop. I was just going to pull into wherever and see if they had a room available. When I left, it was barely snowing, but the further out I got, the more snow seemed to be coming down. Roads were still clear, but everyone was definitely driving more slow and carefully. Around 8 hours into the drive, I still hadn't made it halfway there. I was getting frustrated as it was already 9
not
p.m.
stopping during
and it was just
oh,
taking
gosh.
so long. I
Not
should have been
stopping during
over
a
halfway there at this
snowstorm,
point, but now I felt like I had to keep going so that my
Oh.
drive tomorrow wouldn't be even longer.
That's
The snow had let up a little bit, but it still had accumulated on the road because there were no plow trucks.
really.
I drove as long as I could, making it to 12 a.m. before deciding I'd had enough and needed some sleep. I pulled off the next exit and into a small motel parking lot.
No,
It was a long one-story building
that's-
with 10 or so rooms.
not motels. No, they're not.
As
they're not good
expected,
motels.
it wasn't the nicest looking place. The
Mhm.
outside looked really old, and even
That's
the lights on the sign
Too
were
sketchy.
dim and half burnt out. I parked in a random place near the rooms and got out, walking up to the main entrance area. Inside, it was a very small room with a front desk, but there was a sign propped up on the counter. It said, "Be back in 15," with a little picture of a coffee cup on it.
Huh.
The chances of me arriving while the worker was taking their break just showed my lack of luck on this drive.
Yeah.
I walked out and back to my car, but this time, when I looked around the parking lot, I noticed something that I hadn't before. It was completely empty. I stood there in the cold and looked for a minute and didn't see a single car. And from the looks of it, it didn't
Oh.
look like any cars had even been in the parking lot tonight.
Oh.
I got back in my car and turned on the heat to warm up while I waited.
No.
See-
No. Get out of there right now. Get out of there right now. Get out of there right now. You see, what do you mean there's nobody there? I mean nobody has been there at all. Like the whole night? What? Nobody else? Oh, I'm just getting out of
Seeing
there.
no
Do not be
cars
staying
and
there. Get out
nobody
of
at the desk had me second guessing whether
Yeah,
the sign was
second-guess,
actually
yeah.
for someone
Get out of
taking a break. There were no places within 15 minutes anyway, so I don't know where they could have driven.
Then get some energy drinks, or get something to keep you awake, so you can keep driving. It's better than staying at some. It's better than staying at some sketchy motel. I would rather keep driving than stay at some sketchy motel. Honestly, yeah. I could not stay at a sketchy motel, man. I could not. No way.
Off to if they were taking a break.
I feel scared. I feel scared.
I sat back and tried to think of what to do next, but my eyes and head were so tired, and I ended up passing out in my seat.
Oh, you better have. Oh gosh, tell me he had his doors locked. Tell me he had his doors locked. Or don't tell me that he passed out with the doors unlocked. I mean, someone can break in when he's sleeping. Someone can get in his car when he's sleeping. Oh my gosh, no.
When I woke up, a few hours must have passed. The snow had started pouring down again, and the wind was making my car sway. I sat up and looked toward the front entrance of the motel, but immediately made eye contact with a man peering in through my window. I jolted back as he stepped away and yelled something toward the parking lot. I looked behind.
Wait, so was that guy the whatever, the owner of or the person at the desk was looking in your car? Is it that guy maybe? I don't
Behind
know.
him, seeing a truck on the other
Person?
side. Another man got out of the driver's side and started walking up. The one by me then walked around my car, trying all the door handles. I snapped out of it and put my car in reverse, trying to back out.
You're trying to get in your car. Go
spun under me.
See, I knew it, dude. If you're trying to get in your
Now
car.
the men were moving quicker, one yelling at
Get
the
over
other
there,
to
speed
come
over
over to his
there.
side and break the back window. I continued moving my car back and forth, trying to get through the thick patch of snow, but the sudden shattering of the back window only made it harder. I was trying everything now, as one of the men was reaching in for the door handle.
Oh, that's why you should not even be going there. What are you doing? Why are you even going to this motel? You see, now you're in it. See, now people are trying to break in your car, you know, probably try to kill you and stuff, you know, or like rob you or something. You know, that's.
And just when he put half of his body through the window and opened the door, I finally got traction and spun the car around. The man fell out, and the other tried to get in his truck to follow me as I turned the car and made my way out of the parking lot. Once I was back on the road, though, they stopped following me.
That is odd.
Although I don't feel like it was entirely my fault, I definitely should have not let myself fall asleep in that parking lot. Especially in the middle of nowhere like that.
I'm just watching some like horror stories.
What those men had planned could have been anything. They were obviously prepared though, and it almost seemed like they knew that this motel parking lot was an easy place to target people.
True,
but whatever it was, I'll probably never know.
Hold on. Nick. Sorry.
Alright, okay.
I worked at a retail store in my 20s as an overnight lead. It wasn't one of your regular big chain grocery stores. It was a local place with only about 8 or 9 locations.
Yeah.
Most nights I'd have an overnight stalker to help out, but it wasn't uncommon for me to spend the whole shift alone. Again, not the biggest store, so it really wasn't a very intense working environment. A lot of the time I'd find myself working slow, just so I wouldn't run out of things to do. This was one of those nights where I was alone, and working at a steady pace. At the beginning of my shift, I loaded up some boxes and moved into the aisles to start stalking. It doesn't take much mental effort, so my mind was elsewhere and just thinking about random things, not really paying any attention. I went through about 3 aisles until a knock at the front entrance made me jump. I almost didn't even realize
horror
what it
type stuff.
was because I was so spaced out, but once I did, I got really confused. I heard them knock again, loud enough to echo through the store.
Oh shoot! Someone's
I walked down to the end of the
working late night
aisle
at a
and looked through the large
at
front
a grocery
windows,
store.
seeing a man in a
Oh,
hood standing at the
yeah.
doors.
I
went
wouldn't
up
let
to
him
the other
in. Fuck
side.
him, dude.
Some
I'm
guys,
not letting him
some
in.
guy trying to get in when it's late.
Yeah,
Oh shit!
dude. Yeah, I'm not letting anybody in if I don't know.
He's probably trying to come in to rob the place or something like that.
Yeah.
Like steal like money and like food and
Closed.
stuff.
Won't be open until 8 a.m. I said through the glass.
Yeah, why can't he wait? Why can't the guy
The
wait?
man looked at me, but didn't say anything. I pointed at the sign on the door.
We're closed. Sorry.
I repeated. The man continued to look at me for a few seconds, then
Probably some
turned
mental
and
guy.
walked
The guy's
away.
probably mental or something.
I watched him walk until I couldn't see him anymore, but it didn't look like he had parked
Mental
anywhere.
problems, probably.
The whole thing was odd to say the least, but I figured he was just at the wrong place or something. I went back to what I was doing, stocking up the shelves and eventually forgetting about the man. By 2 a.m., I'd gotten through half of the aisles and was ready to take my lunch break. I left the boxes where they were and went to the break room on the other end of the building.
Oh god.
I was in there for probably a good half
gonna hear
hour
the- you're gonna
before
hear
I
the guy
tossed the
breaking
rest
or
of my
something
lunch
like
and
that.
went back to work.
I guess we're gonna
I
break
walked
when you're
through
in
the store
when you're in
and
break
to the
room.
end of the aisle I was working on, but just as I looked up, there was a man walking past the other end.
Oh,
He looked like he
He
was
got
just
in.
walking across the store, not having noticed me. I froze in place, feeling that
how the fuck
instant
did he
rush
get
of
in?
fear. Now listening intently, I could hear the man's footsteps move toward the side of the building I'd just come from, so I moved into the aisle and hid behind the shelves.
Oh, he got in?
The footsteps sounded like they went toward the break room, but just before I left the aisle to try and run and
man.
get help, I
They
heard the
broke
man
it. He just, like,
rushing out of the
he
room.
broke the
Yeah,
window.
oh, yeah, he
The
broke
footsteps
in.
were now sprinting through the store, getting
Oh.
closer and closer.
He's sprinting.
I
He's
ran for
sprinting
the
at
other
him.
end of the aisle, looking back and seeing the man turn in and start running at me.
Oh shit!
Whoa,
I ran for the
God.
front door, getting my keys out and trying to unlock it with shaky hands. The man appeared at the end of the aisle just as I got it open, and just as I stepped out of the building, I saw a bright flash in the corner of my eye and heard a pop sound that made my ears ring.
A gunshot?
A gunshot, so loud I didn't even know where it
Wait,
landed, but I sprinted for my life around the building.
Oh, they're trying to shoot at him?
I made
Oh,
it to my
God.
car and hid in the back seat as I called 911. From what I know, the man didn't follow me outside. He was gone by the time police made it to the store, but they found the back door to be busted open, along with some heavy tools sitting next to it.
Oh.
The most terrifying of their findings was the hole created by the gunshot, sitting right to the side of the front doors. Why the man broke in and was so aggressive, targeting me like that, is unknown. From his behavior, the police seemed to think it was some kind of mental breakdown or psychotic break, not having any real reason to target me
They're going to kill him,
specifically,
like, kill
other than the
somebody or
fact that
something.
I was alone.
Yeah.
I no longer work there, but I can
It's
tell
crazy
you
that
that
you're
for
just
the
working by
years
yourself,
following that
like,
incident,
I-
I was on edge every single night.
Now I've seen those videos where people like break into these different like expensive stores like whatever like and the guards don't even really stop them. They just like get away with like stealing a bunch of shit, a bunch of stuff. They can't really stop. There's like too much. They can't even really stop them. I guess like the law is so freaking stupid that whatever maybe they'll get in trouble or whatever that for stopping them or something. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get it. Yeah.
it's kind of screwed. Dude, the law is like just the whole system's kind of screwed up with like.
It was a
you know,
snowy night when I
Like
pulled into
it favors the criminal. Like it favors the criminal, or like sometimes and stuff.
Hey, Nick, do you have Sitcos up there? I've seen those gas stations before. I don't know where. I forgot.
No, I know I've seen like it's that video where like some guy that broke into like a Walgreens or like a CVS or something like that. And he just like, and they didn't
Oh,
even
you don't have Sitco's and where you're at.
I don't think no, I don't think I've seen that gas station before. No.
I've seen it somewhere.
Yeah, we have like I think like 7-Eleven. I think we have like 7-Eleven now. I think.
7-Eleven.
Yeah, and then we have like Speedway. It was like Speedway. We have a Speedway.
To the parking lot of my gas station. I worked the overnight 11 to 7 shift and had been at the job for several months before this. I really didn't like this job.
I know I should watch. I like to watch the found footage ones. Those are kind of cool. Like the found where shows.
Hey, Nick, can you play the Mr. T prank call? Like before that.
Yeah, sure.
Like it's just funny. I don't know. Like yeah, that one. Just you can just play this and then you can play the like.
Hey man, tow truck drove my van off the road. And I want to know who was driving it.
It's funny because none of our tow trucks are on the road right now.
Those guys broke my rear axle.
Nobody's even on the road and they haven't been all night.
I take the engine. They look pretty bad.
When was this?
Yeah. I want my van.
What?
I want my van back.
You want your van back?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
The tow truck drove my van off the road.
We drove you off the road.
Yeah.
we drove you off the road.
Yeah.
You tell me when we did this.
That's right.
Huh?
Hey man, you better fix my van.
What the
I'm on a real short leash here, and I'm getting tired of your crazy rap. I want my van.
heck?
Who is it?
Bernie Green.
Bernie Green.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll tell you what. Each one of our... You tell me where this happened and when. And you can go to the police department for this.
You suckers drug me, didn't you?
We have GPS in every truck that we have.
Yeah.
So it shows the record. I want you to tell me where this happened and when.
I didn't see no tennis court.
The tennis court?
Yeah.
When?
Yeah. You suckers drug me, didn't you?
You keep saying... What?
Yeah.
Is this a prank phone call?
No. I want my van.
You can come up here right now. We'll call the police and we'll settle it that way. How about
No.
that?
I know
No.
you guys lied to me. You lied to me.
I'm lying to you?
Yeah.
How the hell am I lying to you?
Hey man, I know I'm listening to this jive.
And when?
I want my
Hey,
van back.
hey, Nick, we could watch like Nukes
Those
talk
guys
power.
broke my rear
after
axle. Rod
Yeah.
bearings, gaskets.
Yeah, I haven't watched them in a while. I think.
Will you tell me
You know,
exactly
he's pretty
when
good.
and
He's
what
pretty
time
good.
right
Like,
now?
Honda.
I like chills sometimes.
I didn't see no
It's
tennis
kinda
court.
cool. Chills.
You want to watch? You want to watch Chills or
There's all the
Nuke?
tennis courts.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
Yeah.
Either of them are good.
No.
that's right.
What?
I got the number.
Oh, we need to watch the Jack Black one again.
The McDonald's.
Yeah, hold on a second. I'm looking at the menu. You know how you got the 6-piece nuggets?
Yep.
Just can you give me just 4 nuggets? Shut up. Listen to my order.
You shut up.
Put 2 of them up your ass.
Why don't you put me in your ass?
Fuck my ass. What
Why did you
else?
say that? What the hell?
How about you have your mouth
Yeah.
shut
Slow down. I'm gonna spurt. Sorry. Yeah, hold on a second. I'm looking at the menu.
You just called here.
Shouldn't have fucked me so hard.
Are you retarded?
Are you retarded?
Why? Did your mom drop you on your head when you were a
Oh,
baby?
man. Slow down. I'm going to spurt. Sorry.
What's wrong with you?
I love you.
I love you.
You're like the most retarded person I've ever.
Come
talked to on
again?
the phone.
Retarded.
No way.
Retarded.
Yep.
Call him retarded.
Sucker.
How old are you? Like 25?
I win 1-0.
What?
Fucking cock ass.
What?
I'm fucking hungry. Let me check the fridge.
Hello, McDonald's.
You know how you got the 6-piece nuggets?
Yes, I do.
Just can you give me just 4 nuggets?
Yeah,
I
it's
just
gonna be
want the
$1.
4-nugget thing.
Wait,
I'm
this might be a
trying to
different one.
watch
This,
my calorie intake.
It's kind of like when Bill went to like, he's like, I'm going to Burger King because it's like a better diet.
yeah. I think this might be. I think this one might be. They think they have like a few different of the same Jack Black ones, but it's like the same stuff, but it's like different people. I think it's like prank hunt. Cause like,
But that's what that reminds me of, like Nick. Like you remember, like when Bill was like, "I'm going to Burger King because it's a better diet."
yeah.
Like, yeah.
I think in this one, there's like a guy that gets like mad at it. There's like a guy that
Yeah,
gets
yeah,
mad
good
at
for you,
him.
fat ass.
What the fuck?
He's a
What do you want
badass.
the fuck? You want me to come over there and slap you around, you
Check the
fucking
fridge.
Chinese kook bastard?
Yeah.
What the
Yeah, you want
hell?
me to do that? How about
Yeah.
I fucking shove it up your mom's fucking tight ass pussy, huh?
Fuck me so hard.
Should have fucked you so hard. I'm not into that
Fuck
shit.
my ass. What else?
Your ass. No, thank you. That's your mom's vagina.
Fucking bitch! Fucking cock ass! How much
Excuse me?
is that, sir?
How much is that? That's come over here and suck my balls, fucking rub my nuts, fucking finger my asshole, and then pay me $1.08.
Okay. Do you have any money?
That guy's crazy, isn't he?
Do I have any money?
Stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have money. I work
Okay.
at fucking McDonald's. You think I'm fucking rich?
I work at McDonald's. You think I'm rich?
This guy probably get freaking fired. Wouldn't this guy get like fired though for saying this type of shit? Like, cause I bet you this guy got fired. This McDonald's worker got fired.
Yeah,
probably
this
Hello,
guy probably got fired.
for saying
Please
stuff like
don't,
that.
Hello,
don't
McDonald's.
offer me anything.
Yeah,
I'll
like you
tell
can't
you
cut
what
the
I
people
want.
like that.
You can't be saying stuff
You
like
tell
that.
me what you want then. Hello, you still there? Hello.
I want you!
You want me? No, we have lots to offer here at McDonald's. We have hamburger, cheesburgers, we got nuggets, we got crispy chicken,
Also
we have
small
grilled chicken, we have
seasoned
baked chicken, we have a
curlies.
whole variety of food we can offer you.
Seasoned
We got
curlies.
cookies, apple pies, ice cream, everything.
Can I have a junior Western bacon cheese?
I got a junior fucking lick your mom's twine
Junior
fucking care. Oh,
Isn't it like from Burger King?
Yeah.
yeah.
I win 1-0.
I
Nick,
can't
is
hear
that
you,
Burger
1-0.
The Western bacon.
Yeah.
cheese?
I'll
Are
right
you
back.
out there,
I'll
Snowflake?
right back here.
Yeah.
You keep watching the
How's it going?
Yeah. What would you like to order? A 6-piece nugget, or a 4-piece nugget, or a junior Texas cheeseburger?
A junior Western bacon cheese.
Junior, suck my dick, please.
And I'm going to go with a fillet of fish sandwich.
I believe it's called Fish O Filet.
All right, Cherry's Jubilee, and that's it.
The Jubilee roll? We sell those.
Okay. I've been doing cock push-ups.
Fucking what? Cockfoot?
right,
It's where you fucking
so
lay down flat on the ground, and then you let your boner lift
yeah,
you up off the
you get a
ground.
boner and you put some weight on that shit.
See?
Yeah, I've been
It's
doing
fucking
that.
simple.
What was that?
Gotta lose some of the weight.
Who's some of the weight? Nah,
Slow
build
down, I'm
muscles. I
gonna
got some
spurt.
big veins. So screw your mom. She's fucking screaming all night.
Slow down, I'm gonna spurt. Sorry.
So then you're gonna do what?
Yeah. Better, closer,
Yeah.
warmer. What are you doing?
I'm touching myself. I told you that before, you fuck.
What's funny?
That is pretty funny. I'm thinking about you and all your friends that are sitting around a computer right now fucking doing this fucking prank shit.
Give it to me.
Give it to you. Fucking bend over and I will.
How much is that, sir?
How much is what? For me to bend over and give it to you?
Okay.
What did you say?
Now, if you could take a Coca-Cola and just go half Coca-Cola, half Diet Coke.
How about I take a Coca-Cola bottle and shove it up your ass? Because I bet you like that.
Okay. Continue.
Big chicken?
No way.
Yes way.
Come again.
Come again.
You piece of shit.
You're a piece of shit.
You don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit, actually.
Yeah, one is all you need.
What?
Right.
Fuck you and 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 what?
Really?
Are you gonna order something or what?
Shut up.
Lick my dick.
Shut up and listen to my order.
Why don't you fucking suck my left nut and make my right one jealous there, killer?
Put 2 of them up your ass.
Two of what, my nuts? That's impossible,
Just,
you cocksucker.
Can you give me just 4 nuggets?
Yeah, I can give you fucking as many nuggets as you want.
Hey, Nick, you know, there was a tornado in my town,
Take
like,
the 6
yesterday.
nuggets and
But,
throw 2 of them away.
It missed me.
Hell yeah.
I didn't even realize
Those
it
are,
was.
those are they destroy stuff.
Yeah.
Oh damn, brother! What the heck?
Oh yeah, man. I didn't know there was a tornado yesterday.
Like in your city or your area?
Yeah.
Oh damn! Was it on the news and stuff?
I saw it on Facebook.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll throw 2 of them away.
Put 2 of them
I'm still
up
charging
your
for you, though.
ass.
I'm sticking up your ass.
Just wanted to say it. I love you.
I love you.
Click.
Plane what? Plane nugget?
Click. Click. Click.
You said plane?
No.
Hey Nick, I'll go.
Hello?
Do you have any money?
Oh.
Hello?
You have any money?
Hello?
Hey.
Hello?
Hey.
There's bad connection. Hello?
Hey.
Hello?
Hey.
Hello?
Hey.
Hello?
Hey.
Oh, there's nobody there, okay?
What is he saying? Was I just, he can't saying that. What was he saying?
This next clip allegedly.
Oh shoot! Okay. Let's see.
What is your? What is this one?
Top 5 ghosts caught on camera. The Curse. The popular Japanese YouTube paranormal channel Fourth Wall says that they were sent strange footage of 2 guys exploring an abandoned apartment complex. As is common in Japanese videos,
Nick,
the identities of the 2 friends.
Yeah.
Do you think Nuke is good at like commentating over like the ghost views? Like,
Yeah.
I think he's pretty good. I think he's pretty talented at it.
Oh, it shows us just kind of fun. It shows his voice is just kind of funny. It makes it like funny in a way for some reason.
But I like Chills too. I'm just saying like Nuke's top 5's better. I think he's better, a little bit better.
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah.
Friends are kept anonymous with facial blurring. So this abandoned apartment complex is said to be haunted, and locals tell of a single door on one of the 5 floors that is unlocked. The story goes that once you step inside the unlocked apartment door, you will be cursed. But nevertheless, these guys are determined to find out if the creepy stories
This is like real
are true.
stuff too. Is this like
The
real?
explorers hop the fence
Yeah.
surrounding the
Yeah, I
complex
mean,
and quietly
dude,
begin
this is
checking each
bullshit.
and every door. All the doors on the 1st and 2nd floor are locked, so they head up to the 3rd floor when something stops them in their tracks.
Oh gosh.
Awaken to a world of wonder.
Wait, Nick. Who's GDM?
Oh, that's my friend. That's like my friend G.
Oh, okay. All right. I was just making sure like it wasn't a troll.
No, I usually don't get trolls. I mean, I used to, but not anymore.
Okay.
Japan's like kind of like creepy. Like, you know, I was like.
The 2 explorers are confused as they hear an eerie voice say in Japanese, "Stay away."
Oh hell no.
Now, most people would consider this a warning to leave, but these guys just kinda shrug it off and continue on. They keep checking for any unlocked apartment doors, but they have no idea that it now seems like they are being watched.
That's creepy, man.
Did you see it? As they are heading back up to the 3rd floor, a mysterious translucent figure can be seen staring at them from the landing on the 5th floor across the plaza.
No, man.
I think these are usually like. These are like these spirits. These are usually like spirits, or like they're evil spirits. You know, they're not like pleasant. They're not pleasant ones. You know.
Well, some spirits are like good spirits, but
yeah, but there's some like there's like pleasant spirits and unpleasant spirits. You know, it's like evil ones, good ones. Yeah. No, some like spirits.
That could have been a good spirit. I don't know.
But you know, like some spirits like haunt places.
I wasn't there, Nick, so I wouldn't know.
No, some like bad shit. They went down at some place. Like a lot of like people died there. Usually, like the spirits will like haunt that place or something. You know, these people that died there. Their spirits will like stay there like for like forever or something like that. Or something. I think so. It's like creepy. No,
what are you munching on, Nick?
I'm watching chill. I'm watching chills, but one of those chills ones.
I'm saying like, what are you eating?
Oh,
like,
popcorn.
Popcorn.
Kettle corn.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering.
Oh gosh, this is scary.
If you want to.
Yeah, I just ate a hot dog not long ago.
Hot dog. You just eat a pan.
This woman stumbles across a group of men dumping trash on the side of the road.
I put mustard and ketchup on.
Yeah, hot dogs are good.
They're blocking her from proceeding, and she confronts them.
Yeah, I like hot dogs.
It's illegal dumping rubbish. What do you think you're doing?
The man in front spots the dash cam, and they become angry.
Hey, camera! Give me the camera!
Why the fuck would they get mad at that?
Why is that guy like running? He's like running at his foot.
He's like holding onto the damn button.
She is able to lose the group and gets away safely. If they caught her, who knows what they would have done.
He just went flying off.
Number 4.
Yeah, he just went flying off the hood.
A man is driving his 2004 Subaru Forester XT down Angeles Crest Highway in California.
You know, hey, it's weird. Like, you know, Nick. it's weird like how Chills does like, and like even Nuke's top 5, like he does like he'll do like these videos where like he does like a 15 clip video, like boy, sometimes like boy, most of the time he'll only do 5.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of weird?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's something they call top 15s or something like that, I think.
Yeah.
And there's like
According
top
to
5.
Wikipedia, segments of the road reach elevations above 7,000 feet.
But I'm surprised Samson hasn't
This
come
video demonstrates why you should always pay attention while you're driving. After this incident, the driver said he had a second chance at life. You will soon see why. Already, the driver appears to be distracted. While driving, he points his phone out the window and begins recording the scenery.
That's a nice
And I
area.
must say, the drop below can be 7,000 feet.
Oh shoot! There's no.
That was
When he
like
finishes,
fucking like
he decides to really give the car
Nick,
some
that was
gas.
like Utah or
This
something.
is not the place to be accelerating.
Like somewhere where there's a lot of mountains. Yeah.
His line of sight is obscured by the tunnel.
Why is he
He is not
speeding
aware of
through
what's
there?
about to come next.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Oh shoot!
Oh god, no! Oh fuck!
So why the heck could you go
Immediately after
speeding
the
through there?
tunnel,
That's
there's a
why
sharp
you're going
turn
too
in
damn,
the
going too damn
road. He
fast.
swerves and loses control.
The
The car begins to
I
roll,
hope
but
they were
comes to a
alright.
stop.
Fuck.
Miraculously, the car stopped on a rock wall that was part of a drainage pipe, saving his life. Even more amazing, the
okay,
driver was
so he's
completely
okay.
unharmed. The emergency personnel
would've-
on
if
scene
it would've
called the
went
driver
further
the
down, I probably
luckiest
would've died
person they've
then.
ever seen. The driver said himself he was distracted at the one moment that required 110% focus. Number 3.
He's telling you to pull up. You go.
This passenger begins filming after an unseen incident with the vehicle in front of them.
Hey God.
Dude! Do all these cars see this, I hope?
The truck in front is trying to get them to stop their vehicle.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my God. Go, 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 go.
They successfully get around the truck.
This is the craziest shit I've ever
I've
seen.
never seen anything like this.
I hope all these cars are calling the cops. Like, I have to drive fast to, like, get
I know.
The driver begins accelerating heavily, trying to get away from the truck chasing them.
Oh shoot! Why are
I
you
don't
chasing
know
after?
what to do!
The truck once again gets in front of the vehicle.
Keep driving. I know. Just keep.
The passenger calls 911 for emergency help.
We have a really bad emergency on Highway 9 or Highway 80, and we're right now passing Dutch Flat Road. We have a vehicle that has been following us, telling us that she's a cop and keeps trying to tell us to pull over, and it's
Hey,
yes, we're the white
we
Mazda. Yes,
should watch
ma'am.
the funny
They tell the
like
911
in
operator.
between.
Oh gosh! All these ones are kind of creepy. These ones where people are like people's
I mean,
doors.
if you want to.
I've been watching like these ones. Have you ever seen these ones like where people are at like is it weird people are at like someone's door and stuff? Like, they see them on their camera.
Nah. What is that new? What is that new?
Coming up in this video, doorbell cameras everywhere
What the-
capturing.
Oh
the
my God, dude,
previously
that's fucking
unknown,
weird, man.
Undocumented
There's, like,
events
people
are now
at their door.
documented, from terrifying break-ins to
Trying to,
scary
trying to, like, break
stalkers
in
to
stuff.
unexplained events. These are
Oh, what
30
the
scary
fuck?
moments caught on doorbell camera. Number 30. Good Samaritan.
Number
Not
30.
all doorbell videos involve creeps and thieves. The YouTube channel Ring shares this video of a Good Samaritan that saved a family of 10 from a house fire. While driving nearby, the woman noticed smoke and traced it back
damn.
to this home in Fairfield, Ohio,
Oh,
where the
damn.
garage and side of
Oh,
the house
shit.
was engulfed in flames. Noting the vehicle in the driveway, she raced to the house to warn the residents, while her friend stayed in the vehicle and called 911.
That's not really a creepy one necessarily. That's I feel like that's a good one. You know, like
Yeah, like she was like saving people from a
But
fire.
some of these just like weird people like trying to break in and stuff.
Yeah, like she was actually trying to help.
Number 26. Peak creep after hearing random knocks at night. TikToker Maze Mountain invested in a Ring doorbell to catch the perpetrator in the act. What they found is haunting.
Oh, what the fuck?
Why is he like got a red face? What the hell?
Who is this creep? And why the Joker
It
smile?
looks kind of creepy. This guy probably wants to like do something bad or something. So
I too hope this is fake. Otherwise, my advice is to get out now before it's too late. Number 25. Brazen car thieves. It takes a truly brazen thief to take a car out of a driveway. Newsflare shares this footage of several brazen thieves in West Midlands, UK, stealing an Audi and laughing while they do it.
Oh, hell no. That's not funny.
With one of the crew standing guard, the others do the dirty work. It's taking them some time, so the guard covers the doorbell cam to give them some privacy.
Oh, so they can't even see their car being stolen?
The car alarm goes off.
Yeah,
and
that's
yet,
fucked
not
up.
only do the thieves not flee, but they continue to take their sweet time breaking into the vehicle.
People do crap like this. This is like messed up.
That's Grand Theft Auto.
Garage. Number 24. Dolled up. This visitor got all dolled up to ring the doorbell.
Oh, what the
TikToker
fuck?
Horror Buff shares horrifying footage of an unwanted nighttime guest at the doorstep. First, the stranger waits calmly.
Hey Nick, you know how much
But
you
then
know how much
this
time you get in
happens.
jail for that?
So what?
Like for stealing a car?
Yeah,
You'll get away in like probably 5 years.
No, I think my cousin told me about like this woman that had just bought in a car, and it got stolen the same day she bought it. It was like a new car. Like,
No, I'm saying if you steal the car, like I think you'll get like years in jail.
Now, you know, in some areas, Aaron, once you get home, you have to like go inside you have to go inside your house, lock it right away, because people will be like ready to like break in. Like there's like that's crazy. There's some areas like that, Aaron, where people are just waiting to break into someone's house. So
Yeah, it's messed up, man.
So you you have to be alert and shit. Like you gotta like lock your door right away. Like once you get in, like you gotta shut it right away, lock it and shit. You know.
Yeah, it's not right, Nick.
That's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
Or even like your car, you gotta make sure to lock your car, man. If you're ever gonna try to break into that, like you know.
Yeah.
If you give them like you leave it unlocked for like a second, boom, like they're gonna, and then it's just gone and shit. Like what the fuck? Oh, what the fuck?
The face looks somehow 10 times creepier up close.
Why do people do this? They feel like kind of
so chilling. Although I'm sure it's just someone playing a trick on this homeowner, I think it's a cruel one, because this face would definitely induce many a nightmare to come. Number 23, car collapse. Have you ever seen a car do this?
Car collapse.
Oh,
shared by YouTube channel. Oh my god, unbelievable. This bizarre footage was captured in someone's driveway.
That is weird.
I've watched this over and over again, but I have no idea what could have caused it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see anything.
That's crazy. What the heck?
Did the left tire blow out with gusto? Did something gang? Number 21, creepy man. Why do creeps gotta get so close? TikToker MindGust shares this video
it's like
of a stranger
right
getting up
against
close
the-
and personal with this
the
resident's
camera.
camera. First, he attempts to ring, but when there's no answer, he does this.
That guy was weird.
Then, even creepier, he starts whispering. After
wearing a
trying to
mask?
open the door,
Yeah, that's
he
freaking
claims to have lost
Creepy. What the
something.
His eye right up to the down. To the down. Oh god.
He says he's looking for his dog, Fido.
What the fuck?
He's looking for his dog
Fido seems like a
Might be a
bold-faced
mental-
lie to
might
me.
be like mental, you know
Most
what I
in the
mean?
comments are
Mental.
trying to unwrap
Yeah,
what he's
like, I
whispering.
mean, why would he be wearing that?
All the fuck.
Then he does this.
I got homeless. I might be homeless or something. Man. What the fuck is he doing?
Honestly, that grill cover does look big enough and thick
Oh,
enough to
shoot,
be
he's
a
hi-
makeshift
oh, he's being
tent.
hiding.
Meanwhile, the police have been called
Is
to
he
the
hiding from the
scene.
police?
Oh, so the police can't catch him. He's hiding, like acting like he's under the under the grill cover. All the heck.
They approach the man, who remains hidden beneath the grill cover.
What the heck?
Although the audio is pretty inaudible, you can hear them addressing the man. This goes on for several minutes. He refuses to come out, but the police try to reassure him. After a while, more police arrive. They approach him and finally take the tarp off.
Like, oh, because they can break in later, so they can't tell it's him.
Yeah.
They arrest the man for trespassing. Number 15, Massive Blast. In 2019, an incident at Port Neches chemical plant sent a blast that was felt 30 miles away, and this doorbell camera captured the event in all its terror. The YouTube channel 12 News Now shares the scary video revealing the extent of the blast.
Oh. Oh shoot! You can like see in the distance.
The blast causes the doors to burst open, the signage to fall over, and several car alarms to go off at once.
Open. Oh.
This happened just before 1 a.m. Some in the comments say they live nearby. The TikToker says this is not the first time the stalker has shown up on his doorstep.
Why did
what
people
does
do
this guy
that?
want?
There's like at someone's door.
Yeah, like they're just looking in.
In regards
why?
to that comment, thanks a lot. It gave me plenty to think about. Number 11, harmless. A young woman rings the doorbell asking for help, but things are not.
What if you're just like get up in the middle of the night and you just like see someone, you just like look out your people and there's like somebody just
yeah, like you look at your phone and like you see somebody like just doing that shit.
Just like outside your door, like what the fuck? What would you do, Aaron? Just like standing outside your door.
I wouldn't open it.
You're like looking in. They're trying to look at.
Yeah. I just wouldn't open it.
But as they seem, TikToker Colton Piper shares this doorbell video as a warning.
That's what I do.
Trust no one.
Wait, does anyone ever? Wait, Aaron, do you have like windows like right there, like so people can like look in or something?
No, I have blinds, man.
Oh, that's good. No, because like if you hadn't have like blinds, someone could just be standing there freaking looking in. That was shit. That'd be scary as heck, Aaron. I just want to stand there looking in. You're just like watching some funny videos on the computer. Some guy's just standing there looking in, like knocking on the window.
Yeah. What is she doing?
She says something, but what she's saying is unclear.
Someone in my dog's dog had
The TikToker says that tweakers were waiting on either side of the porch for them to... Scary neighbor. This retired police officer awoke to loud banging on her front door. Shared by YouTuber Midnight Scare, this is what she saw on her doorbell camera.
Midnight Scare.
Oh, trying to get in.
Not getting any results at the door, the stranger starts for the windows. After breaking through the screen, the woman tries to enter the retired officer's home. Meanwhile, the homeowner has called for backup. When the police arrive, they question the woman, who says her friend lives here. Spoiler alert, she doesn't.
Hi.
Do you live here?
No, I don't.
So why are you banging on the door?
Because my friend was there.
The suspect was a teacher and was arrested for vandalism. It's unclear why she thought her friend was in this home and why that meant she should.
Like these ones.
Number 3, Power Ranger morph. It's funny how the presence of a camera makes some people morph into a Power Ranger. Redditor Can't Say Caterpillar shares this footage of a man who clearly doesn't want his identity known, but frankly, it's too late for that. After noticing he's caught on candid camera, he decides to try something.
Who was his skin?
Like it looks like the same guy I guess from before. Maybe it looks like kind of similar to the other guy.
There, that fixed it. But that's not all.
Why is this?
What that move
Why
was
is
supposed to
like way
accomplish? My guess would be that it was meant to intimidate, but I think it only accomplished one thing: a laughable Reddit post. Number 2, Door Kicker 2. Door kicking is a chilling but popular break-in trend. TikToker Doorbell News shares this video of yet another break-in using the donkey kick method.
Yeah, that's not cool. That's not cool, man.
Now, why the fuck did you do that, right?
Well, this one was successful. It seems like all that noise would have alerted someone in this apartment building.
Break the door.
I don't see the woman getting away with this. Though I originally assumed this was a break-in.
Break the door.
TikTokers are taking a different view of this video.
Aaron, what if you heard somebody doing that to your door, Aaron? That is
Oh man, that's kind of scary, man. Yeah.
Like you just hear somebody kicking you at the door, and they just like your whole door just comes down. Oh, that'd be like freaking fucked. That's kind of that's like messed up. Like, that'd be scary as hell. Like it's just some random guy or something.
I shit myself.
Imagine like you're sleeping too. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh. Some think this was her apartment and the locks were changed on her. Maybe she was evicted. Judging by the way she entered, like she owned the place, I tend to agree. In that case, welcome home. I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe to find out, only to find it occupied. TikToker Cries Journey shares this footage of a woman returning to her apartment after a workout, only to discover her stalker making himself at home inside.
Oh.
Many in the comments are terrified at the prospect, and others are wondering what the story is. How did he get in?
Oh, a stalker? Let me say
Hey, Nick, I got it's a funny video after this one.
Oh, this video is basically done. I can watch it.
Okay. Go look up drunk guy prank call.
Which one?
Just any of them. They're funny.
Wait, which one's it? Oh gosh. What is this?
Treatment helpline, this is John. Can I help you?
Hello?
Yes.
I want to talk to Alex Spider, and I want to talk to Stevenson Dreamland, and I want to talk to him tomorrow.
You speaking? Hello?
I want to talk to somebody in command.
You want to talk to somebody in command?
Yeah.
Listen, we're a drug and alcohol treatment center. Are you looking to get into rehab?
Yeah. Haven't played some music. Maybe I may like to hear. Maybe they may like to hear, and et cetera, et cetera.
That's not English, brother. That's gibberish. You're talking to him. My name is John.
My fucking daddy was a fucking dick, and that's why
your daddy was
a
dick.
He was a dick.
Well, you know, if you're looking to get
His dad was
I can
a
try to
dick.
get you some help, but otherwise, I can't do nothing for you, bro.
And you can fucking bite my fucking ass.
I'm not interested in biting your ass.
Oh, God damn it.
Do you want some help? Do you want to get into treatment?
I don't even have a fucking computer.
I know this obviously sounds like you're drunk.
Yeah.
You're drunk, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you drink every day?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have medical insurance?
Yeah.
Who is your insurance through?
Oh, God damn it.
Who is your insurance through?
There is no fucking house or here.
Hello?
Oh, no. You're not a fucking cop.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, why are you calling me a son of a bitch?
You son of a bitch. You don't even know who we are.
No, I don't know who you are. I'm just here to help you.
How the hell are you going to get to know me?
I'm trying to get to know you.
Well, how would you get to know me?
I'm trying to help you. We're a helpline.
Well, fuck you, stranger.
Yeah?
He's like drunk.
Yeah, he's supposed to be drunk.
Saying some weird stuff. Like,
Yeah.
You told me to go fuck myself.
Well,
Why are you saying that?
well, fuck you.
Why?
Don't say howdy stranger to me.
She said, why?
I'm gonna bullshit you as fuck you.
Why did you call here?
I want to talk to somebody civilized.
You want to talk to somebody civilized?
Yeah.
I got somebody for you. Hold on one second. I got the most civilized person here. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello, this is
Yeah,
Matt.
Nick, you can click on anyone that you want.
I want to talk to somebody civilized.
Oh yeah, D6.
He did a bunch, I guess. He did like a bunch. Oh gosh, what is this?
Thanks for calling Burger King.
Yeah, baby, is this Burger King?
Yes.
Baby,
I love D6, man.
I was outside of my house and I'm sleeping in my bed. I look out my window. There's this big ass man with this king hat looking inside my goddamn window, smiling. I don't know who the fuck this nigga is. I'm gonna need some help.
What the hell?
He breaking in my house. He breaking in my house, baby. Oh shit, this nigga trying to come in, baby. I need your help right now. Get this nigga off me! Oh my lord. He trying to fight me, baby. Please, leave me alone. You big ass motherfucker. Baby, I need you to send some help.
The gunshot.
I shot him, baby. I shot the king.
Okay.
He dead. He bleeding right now, baby. I need you to
Okay.
144 West Drive. The king is bleeding out, baby.
Mm-hmm.
He's still smiling. This nigga's crazy. Why is he still smiling and blood is shooting out of his pelvis region?
I don't know.
Oh, Lord, baby. Oh, Lord. I'm going to try to do mouth to mouth, but this nigga mouth too big. He going to try to swallow my whole head. Oh, Lord. What? Doing, Miss Anna, baby? How you doing today?
Just fine, thank you.
Well, baby, I need to talk to one of the pilots, because a pilot keep driving his plane over my house, and I'm trying to sleep. I got to get early tomorrow.
A pilot keeps driving his plane over.
You might be in the flight zone.
Well, baby, what you gonna do about that? Because let me tell you, I'm trying to try and get my grandbaby up for school, and you see, I can't have no plane over my ears like that.
I'm sorry, ma'am. There's nothing we can do.
Baby, you can't change the route or nothing?
No, I'm sorry, we can't.
I need to speak to your manager then.
Okay, I can get you customer care, but there's nobody here that can help you with that.
Well, all you gotta do, baby, is tell him to change the, cause I stay on here on Everett.
Change the route.
Just tell him to change the little thing so I can get a little shut eye. Every 25 minutes, I'm hearing, eow.
There's nobody we can tell that to, ma'am. Unfortunately, we don't have control over that.
He said, ma'am.
I'm telling you, my husband, he got a shotgun. He be crazy. He hear that flying over his head. He might try to shoot it down. He's crazy as hell. I'm trying to stop him right now. He don't know what the fuck he be doing. I'm trying to tell you. It's too damn hot in this house and it's too loud. The I don't want to hear that all that, baby. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You want me? Let me do that in your ear for 10 minutes and see how you feel.
I'm sorry, all over the route.
You don't like that?
No.
You don't like that?
He's trying to stand at the
You don't like that, see? You see, that's annoying, ain't it? I'm 86, baby. I need my shut-eye before the Lord take my spirit up to heaven. Now, I'm literally shut-eye.
What the fuck is that? Where BBT?
Hey, Nick, what's up?
Oh, look at Aaron. There's like a tab that says phone call. It just has a bunch of different like prank calls. There's like a bunch of prank calls.
Look at the private chat.
Oh, play this one?
Yeah.
Number 15. My girlfriend had always told me her house was haunted. I'd always hear fucking noises until one night in August of this year. We were downstairs fucking like usual, about to go to bed, when we both got a really weird feeling almost simultaneously. She gave me a weird look, and I didn't think anything of it, so we went to bed. After a few minutes of her on Twitter and me on Reddit, we put our phones down and roll over to go to sleep. Then we both heard the words, Bill Cosby! Doesn't seem too strange, right? Well, considering that there were no Bill Cosby in the house, we both looked at each other like, why would you say goodnight like that? Then we realized neither of us had said it, and we left our room fairly quickly. We went downstairs to lay on the couch and watch a little TV and come to our senses, figure out where those words could have come from. When I was high, she told me that one of my friends had sex with a CERN-like group of scientists from the comfort of his own cock. A friend of mine was taking a picture of herself taking a shit. Ghost experts come in and check around the house.
What the hell?
After some research, they found one of the previous owners was a mortician or ran a sex home or something. Number 15. Burger King sex. The last thing you'd want in your Burger King burger is someone's cum, but as it turns out, that might be what you get. A 4chaner uploaded a photo anonymously to the site showcasing his cock in a plastic bin of lettuce that comes with the statement, "This is the lettuce you eat at Burger King." Admittedly, he had shoes on. His cock. By the time this happened, it was already about 2 a.m. None of my friends were fucking 4 or 5 hours in Walmart.
Yeah, that was it was a short one, but it was funny.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. All right, I think your friend wanted you to play that one. He posted some.
Okay. Okay, I'll play that one.
That was pretty funny, wasn't it, Nick? He said he put his dick in the lettuce.
This Burger King sex. What the fuck?
That was the funniest part.
I feel like Cho's voice is like makes for good white peas, kind of, you know.
Yeah.
Number 5. This first clip was captured on a dash cam from Russia sometime back in 2013. The original channel who uploaded the video goes by the username Illustrated Magazine and simply called this clip a scary road surprise. And they certainly weren't wrong. The video details a car driving down the road.
I'll be right back,
usual.
Nick.
Though seemingly out of nowhere, a giant tree falls just feet in front of the driver, leaving him no time to swerve out of the way, forcing him to plow right over the fallen foliage. Have a look.
Oh shoot.
Number 4. This next clip came from Australia back in 2015 and captured footage of the Pinery Fire in its infancy. The Pinery Fire was a massive wildfire that broke out on November 25th and lasted all the way until December 2nd, claiming the lives of at least 2 people and seriously injuring 90 others. The fire was so massive that it destroyed an estimated 470 buildings, 380 of which were businesses. The fire's cause is believed to have simply been a fluke in weather pattern. The area in which it started had been experiencing record low rainfall as well as record high heat waves. It's estimated that the fire caused upwards of $170 million in damages and is one of the worst wildfires in Australian history. The following clip was uploaded by the YouTube user Seprin Pisey a year after the event had taken place. Check it out.
Look to the middle of nowhere. Look to the middle of nowhere. You know what I found there?
What? I can't hear you.
Aaron, I found a Mr. Nammer YTP. Someone actually made a Mr. Nammer one. If you made Mr. Nammer YTPs.
Wait, did they really?
Yeah. I'm gonna play this video and see if it's like funny or not, or see what this one's about. Oh, someone impersonating it, doing an impression or something? Or like...
Around 2 years ago, I moved into my college dorm room. I had to buy a TV for the room, but being a broke college student, that was easier said than done. I decided to check Craigslist. I wasn't bothered about buying a brand new TV, I just wanted something that was in decent shape. To my surprise, I found a brand new 50-inch 4K Ultra TV, and the seller was asking for nothing. It was completely free. I knew there had to be a catch. This was too good of a deal to be true. I contacted the seller asking if it was in working condition, and they responded telling me that it worked perfectly fine. I told him that I'd take it, and he said that I'd have to come and pick it up from his house because his car had broken down. Later that night, around 11:30 p.m.,
his car
I went to
broke
the address
down.
that he'd given me. As I was getting closer and closer, the surrounding area started to get sketchier by the minute. I was driving down an empty road surrounded by trees and forest on either side, until I eventually got to the end of the road where there was a singular house, if I can even call it that. It was more of a rundown shack in the middle of nowhere. Now, why would a man have a brand new 50-inch 4K TV in a rundown shack like this? I knock on the front door, and as I wait for him to answer, the door falls off its hinges. If that doesn't describe how neglected this place is, I don't know what will. I took a few steps in, and I wasn't surprised to see nothing but dust and cobwebs. Whoever lived here sure didn't like cleaning. I let out a nervous hello, and a few seconds later, I heard someone respond saying, "Hey, I'm down here." It sounded like
sick in the basement.
While I'm slowly walking down the stairs, looking around into the pure darkness, I hear the same person say, "Don't worry, I'm not gonna hurt you." I'm not gonna lie, the laugh did creep me out a little bit. I get to the bottom of the staircase and look around for the TV when I see a man holding an axe slowly walking towards me. My heart stopped as I realized exactly what was going on. This man was going to kill me. I ran as fast as I possibly could back up the stairs, with the man clearly chasing after me. A second or two after I make it up the stairs, I hear a loud crash. The wooden staircase had completely collapsed on the maniac chasing me. He must have fallen at the very top of the staircase because he didn't get back up. As I'm leaving the shack, in one of the other rooms, I noticed something. It was the TV I was looking for. Since the man was knocked out cold, I wasn't in a rush anymore, so I went over to inspect it. On top of the TV box was a note. It read, "I'm in the basement chopping logs for my fireplace. If I'm not done when you get here, you can just take the TV. If you're wondering why I'm giving it away for free, because I'm going to die soon due to an ongoing health condition, and would have no use for the money. I hope you enjoy the TV." Damn, this guy wasn't going to use that axe to kill me.
That's sketchy, man.
He was just using it to chop up some wood. I climbed down the remains of the staircase.
Yeah, right. Why was he chasing? Why was he coming at him with an axe?
That's when I heard, "You fool, you really fell for it, didn't you?" Turns out that note was just a trick to get me into the basement. I should have taken the TV and left. Thankfully, the man was severely crippled and had broken both legs. I was able to take my time climbing back up the staircase. I grabbed the TV and left. Moral of the story, be careful when you're walking up a hazardous staircase.
Liam's dad was and his stepmom for a whole week. While playing video games in his brother's old bedroom.
Is this a live TV?
He could hear a kind of scraping noise that seemed to be coming from outside. Strange thing, this room was on the
Yeah,
second
I'll
floor.
finish that one after this. G.
During a rainy night in Central Islip on Long Island, a teenager named Pete was home alone, so he was playing with his Carl. His friend texted that he would be over in 2 weeks. Confused as to why Carl is a grown man, Ian went out to the backyard. His door was open with the light on, as he called out Carl's name walking to the shed. Simultaneously, Ian received a text from Carl saying, "Are you?"
What the fuck is that?
Chris was 5 years old, so his family went out to eat dinner without him. As a result, he had the house to himself for a few weeks. He went down to his man cave in the basement to watch TV. That was when he heard the backyard basement window flap He waited in the kitchen, which was by the back door. Somebody suddenly reached their arm for the back door in an attempt to unlock the door. Chris swung the baseball. That same night, sirens roared down the street and stopped at a neighborhood house. It turned out one of Chris's neighbors 3 doors down had been murdered, and when his wife came home, she found her husband dead on the kitchen floor with stab wounds in the back of his head.
28 stab wounds.
A young girl named Anne was home alone one snowy Friday night. Her parents were home alone, and her sister was home alone. She was taking a nap on her bed. She awoke to the thump. She was sure it came from her closet door, so she got up and bravely opened it. So she closed the closet and spun around. There she saw the head under the bed, the head of a man looking at her with an expressionless stare. This may seem like a crazy, rare occurrence.
What the hell?
Fuck around like that. Yes? Okay, on order.
G wanted me to finish this video, so I guess I'm gonna finish this.
This way. We are gonna get pumping here. Actually, we are near the head of this fire. Get up here, here it comes, the head's coming. Nick, slow down. Can't hear me, get it? It's got to get your We're going to go in a burn over very, very quickly now. Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Get the fucking front down. Burn over, Scotty, burn over. Burn over, Scotty. Fuck me! Jesus fucking Christ! Shut up! Jennifer, if any units are at me, I've activated mode. Move that back!
Number 3. This next clip is
What the
somewhat of a
fuck?
classic and actually went viral back in 2014. The video was uploaded by YouTube user Ivan Tuckton, who says he captured the video in the middle of the night on Highway 78. The uploader called this event a suspicious roadblock, which is an oddly accurate statement, given the odd circumstances for the situation, which you'll see in a moment. man then exits the car and attempts to flag down the driver. The driver slows down, though as the unknown man attempts to reach in his pocket, possibly for a weapon or gun, the driver speeds away. Police say that the two men involved in this ordeal were soon captured, though no charges were placed, aside from a DUI. Have a look at the clip.
Oh, is this like a random roadblock? Is somebody trying to stop drivers? It's probably rob them and stuff. Oh shoot.
Yeah. What dude? Look, there's a dude.
It's just like some random dude. Yeah, it's like that's sketchy.
I would just run over the traffic cone.
Oh, that's freaking sketchy, Aaron. Just trying to.
This next clip was uploaded in May of 2017 by the YouTube user Pegu, who believes to have captured footage of a ghost on his dashcam while driving late at night. In the clip, we can see the driver winding around corners, everything seeming perfectly normal. Though just as he makes one final turn, a strange-looking, almost translucent object can be seen in the middle of the road, with no one else around. The driver then puts his car into reverse and flees the scene. Check it out and let us know what you think this may be.
My mistakes, Aswan. Huh? My mistakes, Aswan. I can see like it's on the there's just streetlights.
Okay, that's a bit scary.
Yeah.
That's a bit scary.
That is very scary.
That's
Alright, my traction control just came on.
I didn't see anything.
There's no... My mistakes, Aswan.
Did you see anything, Nick?
I didn't see. I don't know.
Okay, that's a bit scary.
Yeah.
Where?
Right there.
That's a bit scary.
That is very scary.
Oh, it's moving.
Alright, my traction control just came on.
Yeah,
there's no behind.
Number 1. So this next clip is genuinely one of the most unexplainable pieces of video I've personally ever seen. The footage was uploaded to strolling down a back road late at night. Though out of nowhere, a man wearing a tuxedo holding a suitcase and cane pops into frame. He's then quickly followed by another man in the exact same outfit. Then another, then a whole group of them. The men then quickly jump off the edge of the road and begin performing some sort of a strange dance-like routine, just as a giant explosion erupts in the distance, followed by a masked man who sticks his head into view just as the video shuts off. Now, if that explanation of the video sounds a bit confusing and convoluted, well, just check out the actual clip.
Doesn't make any sense. What the heck?
Yeah.
Oh. The fuck? Ew. What was that explosion? What was that explosion from? What the hell? What the hell was that explosion?
Why do they have briefcases?
Like guys like in a cult maybe or something. I don't know. Some sort of like weird cult thing maybe. That's creepy. That's really creepy.
Yeah. What do you want to watch next, nigga?
Oh gosh.
You want something funny?
Yeah. Or should you watch another one of those like creepy videos? I don't know. Oh, you ever seen these ones? It's just like a bunch of different like creepy videos. These ones are kind of cool.
A child is playing alone at home when something... The following video has very little information, but it's still nonetheless pretty creepy. In the video, we can tell that the person behind the camera is scared. We don't know why, but it seems that the strange noises that are coming from inside the house might be the reason. The following is the video they took.
Whoa.
Whoa. That was gunshots, wasn't it?
The door just like snapped shut.
But yeah, it sounded like a gunshot.
Is haunted. However, based on videos that Zoe has posted, viewers believe that it's not just haunted, but also cursed. In the house. Who whistled back? This video has them them shook. Some viewers believe that someone may be hiding inside their home, while others believe that something paranormal had occurred. Given the strange occurrences that have happened before in their home, it seems more than likely that something unexplainable was captured. Doubtless, this video is pretty baffling. Who, or maybe
When it first arrived from Amazon, I didn't know what it was.
I like these.
Hi, Phil Swift here for
We'll see.
Is it for me?
It's for everyone. It's called Amazon Echo.
How's it going?
I'm just finishing up right now.
Is it on?
Oh, it's always on.
Can it hear me right now?
Nope. It only hears you when you use the wake word we chose. Alexa.
Well, what does it do?
Alexa, what do you do?
I sawed this boat in half!
Alexa, play rock music.
Alexa, stop.
Wait, I want to try. Alexa, what time is it?
After a day on the water!
You actually don't have to yell at it, okay? It uses far-field technology so it can hear you from anywhere in the room.
So it can just hear you anywhere?
Yes. Well, everyone can hear you anyway.
Oh, is that where we're going to put it?
I was thinking of putting it there, but it works anywhere.
Echo is pretty neat because it knows all sorts of things. All you have to do is ask.
Alexa, how tall is Mount Everest?
You don't want to put on too much at one time. You want to put a nice even layer, let it set up.
It knows so much, it's so small.
It updates using the cloud. That's also how it gets its answers.
Just read that off the box, huh?
Dad really likes that Echo just plugs in, so we never have to charge it. Plus, Echo's really good at keeping track of things like shopping and to-do lists.
Paper. Alexa, add wrapping paper to the shopping list.
Take care of everyone on your shopping list.
Alexa, how many teaspoons are in a tablespoon?
With the entire family of Flex Seal.
Okay. Alexa, set a timer for 8 minutes.
Test Flex Seal on a bucket.
Dad's not a morning person, but Echo definitely helps him wake up.
Now that's a lot of damage. Let's see if it's gonna leak.
You gotta get up.
It's Saturday.
Alexa, what day is it?
This holiday season, give him Flex Seal.
I'm up. Alexa, give me my flash news briefing.
I'm gonna blast huge holes through the bottom of that boat with this giant cannon.
What did the dog say after a long day of work?
What?
Today was rough. Get it? Get it?
Yeah, I get
it. Another one.
Alexa, tell me another joke.
You made Flex Seal one of
Sometimes Echo helps out when you least expect it.
Hey, Dad, how do you spell cantaloupe?
Cantaloupe. C-A-N-T... Alexa, how do you spell cantaloupe?
That's a lot of damage.
Good job.
Echo loves to play music and knows a lot of songs, and they always sound great.
Alexa, play my dance mix.
Seal, I love you, Flex Seal.
Alexa, define annoying.
When it first arrived from Amazon, I didn't know.
Now.
Is it on?
Oh, it's always on.
Can it hear me right now?
Nope. It only... Alexa, what do you do?
Today I'm doing the Sriracha Hot Chili Sauce Challenge.
Awesome. Alexa, play rock music.
Wait, I wanna try. Alexa, what time is it?
I don't know.
You actually don't have to yell at it, okay? It uses far-field technology so it can hear you from anywhere in the room.
So it can just hear you anywhere?
Yes. Well, everyone can hear you anyway.
Oh, is that where we're gonna put it?
I was thinking of putting it there, but it works anywhere.
Echo is pretty neat because it knows all sorts of things. All you have to do is ask.
Alexa, how tall is Mount Everest?
What's wrong with you people? Don't you guys speak English? And I can say that.
How can it know so much? It's so small.
It updates using the cloud. That's also how it gets its answers.
Just read that off the box, huh?
Dad really likes that Echo just plugs in, so we never have to charge it. Plus, Echo's really good at keeping track of things like shopping and to-do lists.
Paper. Alexa, add wrapping paper to the shopping list. Alexa, how many teaspoons are in a tablespoon?
0.
Okay. Alexa, set a timer for 8 minutes.
Stop it!
Dad's not a morning person, but Echo definitely helps him wake up.
Alexa, alarm off.
You gotta get up.
It's Saturday.
Alexa, what day is it?
I'm up. Alexa, give me my flash news briefing.
You hear that? The police. She told me she was 18. She told me she was 18.
What did the dog say after a long day of work?
What?
Today was rough. Get it? Get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Another one.
Alexa, tell me another joke.
As Luke Skywalker would say, get to the chopper!
Sometimes Echo helps out when you least expect it.
Hey, Dad, how do you spell cantaloupe?
Cantaloupe. C-A-N-T... Alexa, how do you spell cantaloupe?
I'm not worried, because I have Mexican blood in me, running through these veins.
What?
Good job.
Echo loves to play music and knows a lot of songs, and they always sound great.
Alexa, play my dance mix.
The play. Alexa, define annoying.
The term.
And there's no Gouda on here.
And with the companion app, you can access Echo from anywhere.
I just want you to stay.
My YouTube.
Believes that he is a superhero and refuses to ever leave the house unmasked or without his eye makeup. Please welcome Batman.
My name's the Human Spider.
Got
my name wrong.
You said Batman.
I had to beat an old lady with a stick to get this.
At what point did you decide that you were Batman?
I'm Spider-Man.
We'll be right back. I think you're a very nice guy. I think you are intelligent and...
What's wrong with you?
Okay.
You.
There you have your answer. I think you are very confused right now.
No, not exactly.
I think you have found a place to kind of hide.
Something's different. I'll figure it out. Stop lecturing me, please.
I have some gentlemen that I've asked to come here today, Dr. Daniel Suzuki and Dr. Dosmith. They are a top psychiatric and medical evaluation center, and they specialize in medically supervised, patient-centered treatment approaches for evaluation. And so my question is, are you willing to go and be evaluated and take a look at this?
Thank you. But I'm fine. I don't need your help.
You know how much I sacrifice?
Are you uncomfortable to not have your mask on?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, hurt my eye.
All right, hang on. You're never getting that mask back, I can tell you for sure. I have it now.
he has the mask. I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye.
Okay. Well, that's called assault. I mean, you understand that's a crime.
I missed the part where that's my problem.
Hey.
You are being transferred to a guest.
Hello? 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 How's it going? Not bad. Are you having sex? Not at the moment. So how are you doing overall? Overall, not too bad. Good. Hey, who is this? Do you agree that you've smoked pot? Oh, the fuck? Hello? Hello? Do you agree that you've been sexually active? Pardon? Do you agree that you've been sexually active? Never. Is that the truth or a lie? Yeah, I'm a virgin. How do you feel about not being trusted by your wife? Dr. Phil. Yeah. Are you taking medication? Always. Tell me about all the gifts and skills and abilities you have. I don't have any. That's a load of crap. You're right. You gotta grow up. I don't want to. You know, I didn't just come in on a load of turnips. I know that. You're a bitch. I am. Yeah. You can get self-righteous till the cows come home. What I'm telling you here is I want you to start living as a gay woman.
What the fuck is it?
Hello? Hello? Still here. And I want you to start having a gay relationship. Sure. Tell me how you feel about that. A little disturbed. Get over it. Are you nuts? Yeah. Is that the truth or a lie? I never told the truth. Do you judge the rest of us, the non-beautiful people? Hello? Oh. Do you want a divorce? Sure. You are divorced, right? Absolutely. Do you resent your children? Yeah. You have how many children at home? 15? That's a load of crap. This isn't eat what you kill world. If you don't kill something, you just don't go eat what he killed. How about when this is over, we go do a little coke? Well, I can't have that. He who yells loudest and last ain't right. You know what? I'm not some schmo here. Thanks for your call. Absolutely. Gotta run. Okay.
Lean on me.
Fuck.
What is the problem?
The heck? Oh, jeez.
Summer is the greatest season by a long shot. That's a hill I'll die on any day. My love for the summer doesn't revolve around partying or drinking as you may expect, but nature. Warmer weather and the outdoors are inseparable in my opinion, and I guarantee you that when the heat rolls through, I spend more hours outside than inside. It was a warm night in mid-June a few summers ago when this happened. I was 17 or 18 at the time. For context, there's a massive nature preserve near my house. When I say massive, I mean it. It's close to 1,000 acres in size. To this day, there are still parts of it that I'm positive I haven't explored. 2 of my friends and I agreed to spend a night camping in those woods. Technically, camping there was strictly forbidden and borderline illegal, but we figured that there was no chance someone would catch us in this dense forest. We just have to trek as deeply as possible. Chuck was the camping fanatic of the group. I'm telling you, this kid loved cosplaying as a Boy Scout and probably knew close to 100 different knots. Our other friend Jackson always supplied the drinks. If we were sober, he was unhappy. That's just how things went when Jackson was involved. I remember the feeling of the gentle summer breeze blowing through my hair as the 3 of us packed up Jackson's car. The weather was ideal, not too cold, not too hot. A few beers later, the 3 of us found ourselves lugging camping equipment through the woods at like 11:30. I can't lie, I was feeling the alcohol start to hit me as we marched along. Chuck always carried this industrial-grade flashlight with him, so the darkness of the forest wasn't much of an issue. As much as I enjoyed the outdoors though, traversing through thick woods at this hour was a bit creepy, even with Chuck's flashlight on hand. After close to half an hour of straight walking, the three of us found ourselves in a small, flat clearing that was an ideal spot to set up camp. We pitched our tent as per Chuck's instruction and set our chairs up. The fire was the next step. Chuck once again took the lead on this, and after a few more minutes, we had a pretty decent fire going. Jackson reached into his bag and tossed me another drink. He then grabbed his JBL speaker and started playing some music. The vibe was perfect, and we must have been talking and drinking for a good 2 hours. We were all pretty drunk at that point, and I could tell the other guys were just about ready to pack it up for the night. Jackson turned the music down and started collecting discarded beer cans. Just then, a deafening whistle pierced the silence. I nearly jumped out of my seat, going from drunken haze to high alert in a matter of seconds. I don't know how to describe it. The whistle was abnormally loud, but still sounded distant. Jackson quickly shut the speaker off, and the three of us sat in silence as we exchanged concerned looks. I could feel my heartbeat pounding through my chest. We sat there, frozen in place for what seemed like forever, listening intently to our surroundings. But there was nothing. It almost seemed quieter now than it had when we first got there, like eerily quiet. Not even the normal wood sounds you come to anticipate. I used that time to play my memory of the whistle back in my head. It definitely wasn't an animal's noise. The best way I can describe it is a standard whistle you'd hear at a ballpark. Chuck finally broke the silence, quietly urging us to pack up and leave. Jackson and I disagreed with that plan though. We might risk encountering whoever made the noise, which I was beyond terrified of. It was past 3 a.m. at this point. An encounter this late would only mean trouble. Chuck hypothesized that whoever made that noise was probably aware of our presence, which was a chilling thought. I didn't know what to do. On one hand, staying put violated every survival instinct I had.
That was pretty creepy. Very weird. Maybe those guys were in a cult, like a cult or something like that. Or, I don't know. Pretty creepy. No. Yeah.
Packing up and leaving at this hour didn't seem like a much better option either, though. We finally agreed to wait it out. I went to put the fire out, but Chuck cautioned me against it, saying that a fire would repel any dangerous animals. Only then did the true gravity of the situation smack me in the face. We were literally miles away from any civilization, it was 3 a.m., and there was an unknown entity somewhere in the darkness. Another 10 minutes or so passed, and we had resumed talking, but at a much lower volume with no music. I don't think any of us felt safe going to sleep just yet, though. And then, out of the corner of my eye, I saw it. Something small flew over the darkness of Jackson's shoulder and landed directly in the fire. It was a firecracker. I screamed bloody murder as it started sparkling in the fire.
What the heck?
Chuck cursed as he sprung up out of his chair and bolted into the darkness.
What?
Jackson and I scrambled to follow, leaving all of our stuff behind. We caught up with Chuck, whose flashlight was beaming wildly through the woods as he frantically sprinted. We ran until we couldn't anymore, and Jackson keeled over and threw up. Chuck shut the light off, and the three of us stood there, panting, trying to figure out if we were being followed. To my surprise, it didn't seem like anyone followed us. I don't think I've ever been so afraid, though. Why in the world would someone have done that? We needed to figure out what to do. Jackson wanted to just find our way out of the woods and never come back.
Right.
But Chuck was reluctant to leave all his camping gear behind. Plus, he reminded us the fire was still active.
Especially at
He was
night.
dumbfounded.
That's
How could
really
he be concerned
creepy
with
at night.
forest fires after what had just happened?
Not like
Eventually,
at all.
I agreed with Chuck that we should at least check on the site, After all, no one
Even
had
with
actually
lights,
chased
even
us.
if you have like a
So there was a slight possibility that
fire,
whoever threw that
like,
firecracker was
flashlights,
just playing a cruel
doesn't
prank.
matter, it's still creepy as hell.
Chuck was a navigational expert and was actually able to retrace our footsteps. I could make out the
You don't
glow
know
of the
who's out
fire
there.
as we
Yeah,
quietly
you go
approached.
straight up to
Before I could get
his
any
stalk
closer,
you,
though,
kill you.
Jackson put a hand in front of me and pointed with a horrified look on his face. I strained my eyes to make out the sight in the distance. What I saw is probably the most terrifying thing I'd ever laid eyes on. There were three people sitting motionlessly in our chairs like statues. The one whose face I could see looked lifeless and his mouth was hung open.
What?
I was afraid to move. What were they even doing? I thought,
random people
realizing
sitting
that
in
they weren't even
chairs? Oh my
talking.
gosh.
This was not normal. The three of
Yeah,
us
it's definitely
watched
not
for a
normal.
little while
Of course
longer
not. Of course
before
not
deciding
normal.
to back off. We turned to leave, but
terrifying.
Jackson's foot clipped a rock, causing him to curse in frustration. Within seconds, the glow from the fire abruptly went dark, as if it had been covered with a cloak. It was freakishly fast. We didn't stick around another second. We again sprinted away from the site, but this time we could hear footsteps crashing behind us. We didn't stop this time. We bolted out of the woods and ran all the way to Jackson's car. By some miracle, we weren't followed out of the woods. None of
Good,
us
good,
spoke on the
good,
drive back.
good.
Each of us lost in our thoughts. The
I
next
don't really
day,
have a woods
Chuck
like
insisted
that, like
we
the-
return to
like
the
an
site
actual
in the
woods you can
daylight
only
to
walk
collect
through
his
that much.
belongings. Jackson wanted
Well, I
nothing to
guess
do
kinda,
with
I mean,
that,
but
but I
path.
agreed to accompany Chuck. After some searching, we
But not
eventually
like a
found
really
the site,
deep forest,
which looked
like
mostly
some of these ones,
untouched.
like,
That is,
mountain-
until we
maybe
got a
like
little
mountains, I
closer
think, and
and
stuff.
noticed the putrid smell coming from Chuck's tent. He
What?
unzipped it, and we found a dead, rotting rat. It was
Oh!
sickening. I took the hint, and haven't been back to that preserve since.
Oh, gross, man. Oh, yeah, the woods.
This
are
ongoing issue started about a month ago, but let me provide some context first. I'm 24 years old and I live with my parents. My family is not well off and never has been, and pretty much all of the money I make goes into supporting the household. My relationship with my parents is not the best. We bicker quite often, and whenever I'm not working or hanging with friends, I tend to stick to myself. I don't want to write a hard luck story or anything like that, but I've had it tough growing up. Fitness has always been my go-to escape. I see it as a healthy way to get my mind off personal burdens, while also providing a good excuse to leave the house. There's a park about a 10-minute drive from my house that has a workout facility, with bars for pull-ups, dips, and other calisthenic exercises. During the summer months, I like to go there to work out as nature helps calm my mind.
Yeah, that's
I like to go at
yeah,
nighttime
that
because
can be
since it's
true.
a public
I mean,
park, it
yeah,
tends to get busy during the
definitely.
day. So one night, while my parents were arguing, I decided to slip out of the house to go work out. It was an extremely hot summer night, probably 85 degrees. I remember breathing in the humid air as I walked from my doorstep to the beat-up white Corolla sitting in our driveway. I started the rickety engine and rolled down the windows as the warm summer breeze flowed through my hair. I arrived at the park and exited my car. I was the only car in the lot. It was probably 10 or 11 p.m. The park was completely empty at this time. The beautiful scenery
not a
mixed with the
park.
steamy air to create a soothing atmosphere, which is another reason why I like this park so much. It sits on top of a hill that overlooks the downtown area of my city, which always adds pleasant and sentimental emotions to my evenings. Anyway, I started a set on the pull-up bar. I wasn't really counting the repetitions. When I work out, I just do it till failure, then take a break and do it a couple more times. It was somewhere between my sets when I took a break to loosen up my arms. Before I got back on the bar though, an indescribable feeling came over me, and a subconscious urge forced me to turn my head around. Standing literally a foot away from my face was a tall, beaten-looking man. I actually screamed and jumped like 5 feet back. He let out a raunchy, boisterous laugh and apologized, saying he didn't mean to scare me. His appearance and mannerisms were extremely eccentric right off the
Didn't
bat.
say anything,
He was damn near face-to-face with me. He clearly had something wrong with him.
Yeah.
I asked him why he was so close to me, and he said he lives here. He explained that he sees me working out here all the time, and asked me if I could teach him. Now, I'm a very non-confrontational type of person, and especially during a time like that, I really just wanted to be left alone. I awkwardly but politely told him I'm just gonna do some pull-ups and leave. I hopped back on the bar and continued my set. His words marinated in my mind. He sees me here all the time? I felt the gaze of his eyes burning the back of my neck. But like I said, I'm very non-confrontational. While he did make me increasingly uneasy, I didn't really know what to say or do about it. But then something really weird happened. Right as I was about to finish my set, I heard him mutter my full name. My blood instantly turned cold as I jumped off the bar and slowly backed away. I said a shaky, "What?" He didn't respond, and instead just stared at me with this crazed, wide-eyed smile. I thought I might have been hearing things. That's how bizarre it was. I started to get an awful feeling in my gut, like something bad was about to happen. Without another word, I decided to quickly walk back to my car and leave. I felt that man staring at me while I retreated, and thankfully he didn't follow me. Before I left the park though, I took one last look, and I saw him hanging from the bar, attempting to do a pull-up. I watched as he grabbed the bar, tried to pull himself up, and then failed and tried again, in the exact position I was previously in.
Okay,
I swiftly left the park without looking back. The entire ride back, I questioned myself. Did he really say my name? Was I hallucinating? I tried to forget about it, and eventually I did. I woke up early the next day to get to work. I work construction and I have to wake up very early before my parents, so I was the first one to notice the unmarked envelope sitting at my front door. It was addressed to me. I picked it up and figured I'd read whatever was inside whenever I had the chance. It was another sweltering hot summer day, and I took my lunch break early to cool down.
Okay.
I sat in my car while eating my pre-made sandwich and decided to open the envelope. I didn't really know what to expect, but never in a million years did I think I'd find 10 printed photos of me. They were all unknowingly taken. One was of me in my car, one was of me at work, one was of me exercising at the park. I instantly remembered that creepy man from the night before and started to feel uncontrollably nauseous. I stared in disbelief as I flipped through the rest of them. One was of my house, and the worst of all was a photo of me sleeping, taken from outside my window. I nearly choked on my food as tears rolled down my cheeks. I felt unsafe. I told my boss a serious issue popped up, and I left work right away. He wasn't happy with me, but I didn't care. I took a picture of the photos and drove directly to the police station. I gave the police the photos and explained my encounter at the park. I described the man to them, and they said they would look into it. I told my parents about it too, and for the first time in a long time, I actually got some sympathy out of them. More things started happening though. A couple nights later, at like 3 a.m., I woke to knocks at the door. I didn't open it, assuming the worst. One day, I found a sticky note pasted to my car window with a heart drawn in Sharpie. I went back to the police to report this, and they said they would open up a stalker investigation. I haven't heard back from them yet. I figured it's hard to build a case without having concrete evidence. This happened about a month ago, and I've been on high alert ever since. My parents are looking for a new home, which is already tough given our financial situation. I'll update if anything further happens, but until then,
It's like a
I'll continue to
stalker,
sleep
it's almost
with
like
one
a
eye
stalker
open.
thing.
This
Some of
happened
these
to me
stories
last
are just
summer
really-
when I
are
was
really
22.
creepy, though.
I wasn't a
Really
very
weird.
outgoing kid at the time.
I couldn't
If I
imagine
ever did
being-
anything
I couldn't-
social,
I
it was
couldn't
because
really
my
imagine being in a
degenerate friends
situation
had
like
somehow
being-
dragged me out of the
being, like,
house.
stalkers,
This was one of those
involved in,
times.
like, stalking.
Well, it was supposed to be.
Like,
My friend Philip
just
invited me to a house
creep,
party at like 8 p.m.
being picked-
It was pretty spontaneous,
watching
but I
you
had nothing
sleep
going
and
on,
stuff.
so I reluctantly agreed to go with him.
Watching you,
I knew
like,
he was going to
at-
give
at,
me
like, a
crap if
place
I
and stuff, like,
refused.
what the heck?
I can't even lie though. The idea of a party, even with
Here.
strangers, sounded more appealing than being
creepy,
alone.
man.
Philip was a few towns over from me, so it made more sense for us to drive separately instead of going together. People were really friendly to me despite not
Oh,
knowing
not
who
a
I
house.
was.
No, not
There
these.
were even
not
a
these
few
again.
girls I had my eyes on.
I've watched these before.
I
and
decided to enjoy
I've watched like these before, and usually it's always like a random guy is gonna be there or something
the
like that.
party and hit the
Random guys
booze
at
hard.
one of these parties.
It was getting pretty
Like, you
late,
gotta
but
snipe
the
in
party
there
was
or
still
something.
raging. Admittedly, I
You know,
might have
people wanna
overdone it
know
with the
who it
drinking.
is, you know?
At one point, I was so nauseous and dizzy that I needed a break.
Okay.
It must have been close to 2 a.m. at that point.
Oh.
I went upstairs to look for a bathroom, but they were all occupied. The house was
Yeah, so you're
deceptively
getting, like,
big.
drunk and
Granted,
stuff.
it was
That can
probably
be-
the alcohol, but I was literally getting lost, stumbling through the maze of hallways up there. After
Oh.
making it to the top floor, I found a door leading to what seemed like an attic or storage room. Desperate for privacy, I figured it was as good a place as any to pull myself together.
No.
I groped around blindly for the light switch,
No,
but there was none. This was definitely an attic or something, as there was also dust everywhere. There was a window in the far corner which I opened, allowing the cool night breeze to wash over me. There was a solid minute there where I was seriously considering throwing up onto the roof. The breeze somewhat cured my nausea though, so I just kept my head hung out of the window. It was dark outside, and the quiet was a refreshing contrast to the boisterous chaos downstairs. Sometimes all you need to restore your state of mind is a gentle breeze and some peace and quiet. Just as I was about to close the window and head back, I heard a faint noise. Footsteps on the roof shingles.
Oh! There's somebody out there on the roof? Oh gosh. Some random oh, shoot.
That didn't make any sense though. Was I going crazy? Curious, I climbed out onto the roof. In all honesty, there was probably a 0% chance I would have done that if I had been sober. I slowly stood up and looked around. In the moonlight, I saw something terrifying. There were two masked figures with bags emerging from another window. It dawned on me, Randy's house was being robbed. I started panicking. Should I shout, confront them? Then a more pressing question hit me. What if they were armed? In my clumsy state of disbelief, I slipped and scuffed one of the shingles pretty loudly. One of the burglars heard it and jolted his head in my direction. Our eyes briefly met, and I froze. He nudged his partner, and the two of them quickly started making their way across the roof. Adrenaline surged through me. I couldn't let them get away. Randy had been so welcoming, and I felt a surge of loyalty. I decided to act. I quietly followed the burglars across the roof, keeping a safe distance. They headed towards a sloping part of the roof for an easier escape. As they climbed down, I pulled out my phone to dial 911, but fumbled in my drunken state, dropping it. The phone clattered loudly and the burglars turned sharply. "Who's there?" one of them hissed. Heart pounding, I ducked and scanned my surroundings, spotting a loose roof shingle. Without thinking, I grabbed it and hurled it towards them. It missed, but the noise startled them, causing one to lose his footing. He tumbled down the roof, crashing into the gutter before falling to the ground. The other burglar, now panicked, leaped to a neighboring tree and scrambled down. I rushed to the edge of the roof and saw the fallen burglar, groaning on the ground. I needed to alert everyone. As I turned to head back, I heard sirens. Someone else must have called the cops. I stumbled back into the attic room and made my way downstairs, trying to appear calm. The party was still in full swing, oblivious to the drama outside. I found Randy laughing and chatting with guests. "Randy, you need to call the police. There's been a robbery. I saw the burglars on the roof," I said. Randy's face turned from amusement to shock. "Are you serious?" he said. As he hurried to make the call, I explained what happened. The party mood shifted from celebration to concern. Apparently, one of Randy's neighbors had coincidentally already called the police to file a noise complaint, which was an incredibly ironic turn of good fortune. When they arrived, I recounted my story, leading them to the injured burglar. The man was arrested, but his partner had fled. The party ended abruptly. People started scattering and the lights got flipped on. I tried my best to act sober, but even after all that happened, I was still stumbling a bit. Randy thanked me profusely, still in disbelief. As for me, I was just glad I could help, despite the bizarre and terrifying circumstances. Looking back, I still can't really explain why the burglars would have chosen a house having a party to rob, but maybe they had prior knowledge of the house and knew no one would be upstairs. I figured that would be the end of the story, but fast forward a few months, I've got quite the update. I was playing video games at Philip's house one night when he got a call from Randy, who invited us over for a few beers.
Oh no.
Up until that point, I hadn't actually realized the two of them were that close. The first thing I noticed when I pulled up to Randy's house was the front door and every window in sight were completely different. Was I not remembering his house right? I could have sworn the windows and the front door had been white, but they were all gray and much more heavy-duty looking. Randy waved us in and we went down to his basement. We cracked a few beers and started playing a game of pool. To my surprise, he actually recognized me from the party and thanked me again for my trouble. What he told us was actually crazy though. Apparently, the burglar the police caught that night refused to snitch on his partner and was currently serving a lengthy prison sentence. The police hadn't been able to get any leads into catching the other guy, though. Randy told us that not even a week after the incident happened, his family started receiving threatening letters from an unknown sender, some of which included pictures of Randy and his family members. Obviously, they reported these occurrences, but the police had no real leads. A month after that, Randy's mom noticed a suspicious vehicle circling the house at like 1 a.m. And a few days later, Randy's dad claimed that things in their backyard had been gone through and moved around. In response, Randy's dad upped their home security a degree and even went as far as to replace and reinforce all their doors and windows.
Really?
I was shocked. This was still an ongoing issue for Randy, and I had no idea how serious a situation like.
I mean, I guess you can never be too prepared, you know? You can never be too prepared for something like that, for someone to break in, you know? I guess being prepared is a good thing, you know? Making sure the windows are like, you know, you have good windows, you know, good duty windows and doors, you know, so like they can't easily be broken into, you know what I mean? So that's good. That's actually good. I'm gonna be getting off here for the night, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed me watching some of these videos and stuff. And also, guys, check out, if you guys have not checked out my most recent videos I've been doing, all the different videos I've been doing lately, reactions and all the videos I've been watching. Guys, go check those out. Hit the like button on those videos. Watch those guys, and also, guys, you make sure you have that bell on, guys, so you know when I do upload new reaction videos and other stuff too. Anyways, I will see you guys later. All right. See you guys.